Alright guys, it's a new year, a new me, and this is big. Like, yo mama joke big. I have art now. Also a new intro, and a ghetto noise cancelling booth around my USB mic, and the first 3 volumes of the Digimon DVDs en route. It's like I'm a real channel now. Feels nice. Alright, enough catching up. Let's catch up with our group of Japanese preteens. And yes, I know I just said enough catching up, but you get me. Last time, the kids were underground where they came across the most impeccable shitting shits this side of Shit Town. They get outside and Heisenberg is attacking them with his blue meth attack. Everyone but Mimi and Palmon got taken to royalty-free Toy City Drug Den, where Palmon finally digivolved into a semi-bald cactus and turned Heisenberg into a pincushion.
The Digivolution is up and running. Did you see? Did you hear? Did you know what's coming? A Digi Destiny starts today. Let me hear you say. Digimon, Digital Monsters, Digimon are the champions. Digimon, Digital Monsters, Digimon are the champions. With Digi-Will and Digivice in hand, there's a Digi-Dynamic force in Digiland. When the Digi-Past and Digi-Present collide, time to Digi-Side. Digimon, Digital Monsters, Digimon are the champions.
I know this is no day at the beach, Joe, but that's no reason to be a worrywart about it and make all your friends unhappy. Pardon the pun, but...
God, I hate these CGI gears. I don't remember noticing it when I was a kid, but damn, they look bad. Though honestly, as a kid, I thought that 3D cartoon version of Action Man looked good, so... yeah. We were very easy to impress back then, huh?
Pardon the pun, but chill out. Only you have a problem with the cold. Right, guys?
Thank you, Gomamon, for spelling out exactly how much of a stick in the mud Joe is. We would have never figured it out ourselves. I know they were writing for kids, but seriously, show don't tell, guys. But yeah, Joe is pissed because everyone's so chill. They still don't have food, water, or shelter, and they just laugh it off. And honestly, he's 100% right to be pissed. The only reason these kids are still alive is a crap ton of luck and plot armor so thick you can post its ass online to break the internet. Seriously, what is this supposed to teach kids? It's okay to make light of a situation and just kind of wing it and everything will be okay? Where the hell is Bear Grylls when we need him? Get over here and teach these kids how to drink some piss. Wow, that did not come out well.
Lighten up a little, Joe. We're just trying to look on the positive side of things.
Bleh. Bleh.
Yeah, I'm gonna clip that line.
Bleh.
Joe is very worried about the temperature and the possibility of snow making survival more difficult, and his fears are realized when they step onto a field of snow.
Oh man, this is much worse than even I thought it was.
What now, guys?
Go back?
It's impossible to continue.
Go around?
So what are we supposed to do? Just stand here like a bunch of dorks? We either go across the field or climb up that big mountain.
It's like the desert in the Sora episode, except this time they only walk 2 minutes before finding some boiling water pools.
What's a little dirt compared to starving? We need to find something to eat and there's nothing in sight.
And Joe is right, they still don't have any food, and of course there's a working refrigerator right in front of them.
What would a refrigerator be doing way out here?
Seriously, what kind of guardian angel is watching over these idiots? Foreshadowing. There's a bunch of non-Digimon eggs inside, and again, only Joe is being the voice of reason. Running the gambit from they might be poisonous to they might belong to someone and thus they're stealing.
Then I'll be the guinea pig. If I turn purple, you'll know they're not edible.
He then caves to peer pressure and the kids get to work. They build this stone table. How? A bunch of nets, Gabumon did stuff, and the grand cholesterol-filled feast is ready. Now just so we're clear, before sunset, they managed to build a stone table, nets, bowls, and chopsticks. You know what, Bear Grylls? You can go. We don't need you. The whole meal is basically filler where Joe somehow manages to lose his cool at the ludicrous ways some of these kids eat eggs.
My favorite is eggs topped with maple syrup. Yummy! Sometimes I like them with cherries on top.
There is no way in hell these are the original lines. But you'll have to wait for the comparison section because I'm a blue-balling bastard. Anyway, we need some more Gomamon wisdom this episode.
I'm afraid Joe's just not the kind of guy that's meant to be adaptable.
Just what do you mean?
Let's face it, Joe, you're kind of a stick in the mud if you get my drift.
You know, I wrote in my notes, and I quote, Gomamon tells us in the opening how much of a stick in the mud Joe is, before I got to this scene. Wow, guys. Wow. Now, I don't know what was in Sora's eggs, but I want some. Either that or whatever the animators were smoking when they made this episode. Matt is like, chill, you're going all cabin fever on us here, and all I can say is, he is the normal one. You are the weirdos, Matt. Whatever, Matt and Ty need to have another dick measuring contest.
Don't be a wimp. We won't get anywhere if we just stand around talking.
Put your fist down when you talk to me and stop acting like you can just bully your way into being the leader.
Whoa! Matt is throwing down.
What are you saying?
But yeah, he's absolutely right. Ty isn't the leader because he's a good leader. Hell, he's personally responsible for like half of their encounters. 2 of which, mind you, had nothing whatsoever to do with Black Gears. Ty is the leader because he's the loudest, most aggressive kid of the bunch, and Matt isn't afraid of him and isn't afraid to say it to his face.
Knock it off, you guys. Chill out.
Joe takes his senpai must protect the group mentality to an extreme by deciding to climb up the mountain alone. Reluctantly accompanied by Gomamon, who is totally not there to protect Joe, but just happens to have business up there.
You're not going, so quit following me around.
I'm not. You see, I have some business to take care of up there. Everything doesn't revolve around you.
Fine, then.
Sometimes I just have to trick him.
Trick him? Who wrote this crap? Anyway, they do some bonding climbing up the mountain, and Joe even tells Gomamon to lighten up.
I was kidding. Lighten up.
Huh?
I am just as surprised as Gomamon, really.
What's wrong?
I think you actually have a sense of humor.
What?
Well, maybe not.
Wait, are we actually getting some character growth and bonding? Huh.
We make quite a team.
Actually, we do.
Who wrote this episode? Director Harume Kusaka and screenwriter Akatsuki Yamatoya. I'll keep an eye out for these two. The mountain opens up to release a bunch of Black Gears right in front of the pair, and they go up to inspect it. On the way up there, Gomamon's spidey sense starts tingling.
Unimon's very gentle. We don't have to hide from him.
Your information hasn't always been reliable.
Cold but true.
Gomamon is taking my job.
Wow, what a beautiful looking horse.
There are several words I can use to describe this flying unidonkey, but beautiful is not one of them. Also, if he's so gentle, how did he get those scars?
My father was a drinker and a fiend.
Meanwhile, at the camp,
I sure slept well. Huh? I wonder where Sleepy Joe is.
Sleepy Joe sounds like a nickname for a roofied hamburger.
Having a good time, dear guests. I'm in the mood for a game of aerial attack.
God, I hate this horse. I haven't cringed so hard at dialogue since that dragon witch at the climax of Enchanted. Look it up, it's fucking terrible. Oh, thank God Bergermon is here to shut him up. Not for long, though. Also, Sora is dead. Oh, Greymon getting owned.
Raymond, are you gonna be alright?
I'm styling, dude.
You're what?
I'm styling, dude.
It's official, Greymon is a 90s kid. But yeah, Unimon proceeds to wreck their shit, and Sora is dead, and Joe decides on a whim to jump down onto the Unidonkey and grab the gear. What if he missed?
I have to think positive. I'm responsible.
Not really sure you can secret your way out of a rodeo with a flying horse. I may be wrong. But yeah, he throws him off and Gomamon digivolves to save him by turning into a fluffy sea lion. With homing rockets in his horn. Yeah, we've seen weirder shit. The gear is destroyed and the donkey runs off without so much as a thank you. Dick. Gomamon goes all tsundere on us on how he didn't really do it for Joe, he just didn't have anything better to do and it's not like he likes him or anything. And Joe gives us the culmination of his arc for this episode.
Just chill, Gomamon. You're the best, and heroes don't have to fight.
They finally reach the top of the mountain and confirm they are on an island made by a kid who doesn't know how geography works. Actually, where were they heading again? Huh. They haven't actually talked about what their goal was since episode 4. Alright, this episode had some less than stellar moments and some genuinely good moments. The translation got damn egregious at times, and I know it's hard to find wording that conveys at least the meaning of what was said in the original while trying to match it to the lip flaps, but really, Chaim? Really? I know you produced the music for Power Rangers and Space Strikers, which I absolutely loved, but you couldn't put a bit more money into localization for Digimon? Okay, I digress. This is a Joe episode, so we should talk about Joe. In the original, Joe is the eldest kid in the group and takes the position seriously. He also, unlike the rest of the bunch, understands they're all a bunch of stupid kids and need to wait for some adults to rescue them. He's basically a prim and proper, productive and responsible Japanese kid who will grow up to be a lifeless salaryman the country could be proud of. In the dub, they turned up his neurotic tendencies to 11 and made him allergic to everything. In the original, the only thing he seemed to be allergic to is young hyperactive children. I stole that joke from the episode comparison Tumblr blog. At any rate, in this episode, he just about has it with the lack of responsibility going around here and takes it onto himself as the eldest, most responsible of the bunch to climb up the mountain to see where they are, culminating in him jumping off a fucking cliff onto a flying donkey to try and save the day. Other than that last part being way out of the realm of what I believe kids are capable of doing, I do like Joe in this episode. It takes a big man to accept criticism from people you consider your inferiors, and it's a credit to Joe's intelligence that he understands he was a bit of an unbearable asshole throughout the episode, even though everything he said was reasonable and correct, and that by the end he actually takes the advice to chill the fuck out. So yeah, today's moral is don't be right, be smart. I'll note again how much I like the dynamic between Gomamon and Joe, as they're essentially polar opposites, and as a result, both can learn from each other and grow, unlike Tai and Agumon who just amplify each other's thick-headed brash stupidity. There are a few instances in this episode where in the original they show someone talking while actually someone else is narrating over it. They removed that nonsense in the dub. I approve. The dinner scene is just as stupid as it was in the original, though with changed condiments for better cultural context. Mimi likes her eggs with sugar and natto, and anyone who has ever had natto can relate to Matt and Tai's faces. There is still no explanation, however, to what Sora was smoking during that dinner. Also, apparently onsen tamago, eggs cooked in hot spring water, is an actual thing. Gomamon doesn't say he tricked him, he just berates Joe for not being honest about not wanting to go up the mountain alone. They cut out Unimon's wing flap sounds when Gomamon said he heard something. It's silly and I have no clue why it was done. The Unidonkey doesn't utter a single word in the original. I also approve. It doesn't make the scene much better, as it highlights the show's trend of being full of very slow, unengaging shots, but at least I don't have to listen to that stupid horse. Another trend the original has is completely inappropriate music for action scenes. Listen to this upbeat track playing while they're getting their faces smashed in. Gomamon's name comes from the Japanese name for the spotted seal, or Goma Fuzarashi. Ikakumon's name comes from the Japanese name for the narwhal, that weird unicorn whale thing. Yeah, I know I called it a fuzzy sea lion. Fuzzy sea lion sounds better. Anyway, the name in Japanese is Ikakuju. Unimon is described by the Digi Pokédex as a cross between a unicorn and a Pegasus. I suppose Pegmon was a bit inappropriate. Wow, no onomatopoeias for this episode. Huh. Mind you, onomatopoeias aren't rare in English or anything. I probably wouldn't be bashing it so much if they had Digimon names like Chirpmon or Bubblemon, But the Japanese have a very distinct format for onomatopoeias where they double the syllable, like pera pera or agu agu, and it makes them especially stand out from regular words. Well, we got some art, we got an opening, every kid except for the extra chosen one TK got their own episodes, and it's finally time for the actual plot to kick in. Right? Find out next time on Nightwize's digital journey.
The Digivolution is up and running. Did you see? Did you hear? Did you know what's coming? A Digi Destiny starts today. Let me hear you say.
Bleh.